Hello, everybody. Joe Malone here, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor, and hopefully everybody here on TikTok. Hi, this is Joe Malone, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor. It's Tuesday, the 8th of June, and the market is it's kind of going up and down and sideways, but it still isn't a confirmed uptrend, and just amazing what happened today with AMC. AMC basically exploded. Hopefully, you can see it build better there. Kind of exploded, and it's looking pretty darn good. Just want to kind of go through the slides. Thanks for holding, and let's see if we can do that. All right. Well, basically, here's the situation. We're still in the confirmed uptrend. We've made a little bit of progress on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is up. It's at 13,937. Now, of course, the key level on that is about 14,000. So we're making progress towards that. The S&P is holding firm. It's up as well, and the Dow Jones is up as well. So those are looking pretty good. So it seems like we've regained some of our momentum upwards. I did sell a stock today, Callum Petro- Celsius Holdings. It makes an energy drink. This symbol is CELH. It did pull back a little bit. I sold it at a profit, which is about 16% profit. It's on our small portfolio. If you ever want to take a look at that, it's super easy to do. If you're on TikTok, just go to the www Dallas Trading Floor and put in your name, first and last name, and a email address, and we'll send you out a link to that. Or of course, if you're on Discord, I'm going to put a link to that in the Discord so you can see, you can take a look at how my small portfolio is doing. But did sell Celsius today, and I did close a spread trade that I had on snow, so I did do that as well. So this is AMC. It's really amazing. I mean, obviously, it pulled way up and then it pulled back, and now it seems to be holding steady at 54. It's just absolutely incredible. 99 percentile. So I don't know quite what it is. I'm not in it. I wish I was in this one. I really do. But it's just been absolutely tremendous, and definitely something that you want to look at. I think there might be some of this action on BB as well. That's of course. That's BlackBerry, of course, and as well as on GameStop. I still think there's going to be some stuff on GameStop, so stay tuned for that. Just kind of wanted to show you sort of what I had, what I currently own long here. Of course, I own Apple, and that's moving up above a very key level, 127.20. It's up about 130 today. Finally, it's making its move. The volume is down though, so who knows. Now, where I've been really doing well is in these oil stocks. Matador is one of the ones that I have. It's up today about 2%. Whiting Petroleum, that's up again, not quite as much. Newmont Mining, that's my gold mining stock. It's down a little bit still. Don't know about this one, probably on the bubble. Now, they're a little bit of a disappointment, a pullback on NVIDIA, but I do expect going into the 4-for-1 split, we're going to see that one thing move out once up again. It seems to be stuck about 700. Off a little bit today as well. Up on MGM, I've got MGM. The gold shares are down slightly, but they're still holding. Another oil company, OVV, and then I've done very well on DocuSign. DocuSign, unfortunately, is a little bit extended right now, so it's difficult to look at those things. So here's a kind of an overview of where I'm at. So without further ado, let's get to some of the let's get to some of the questions. And once I get my camera going, there we go. So hopefully we'll get back. Oh, hopefully I'll get my camera back here. There. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's go to some of the questions. Thanks for holding, everybody. And happy Tuesday to everybody. Okay. Question. Check out Fastly. It was bullish on the last streams. I think it breaks out now. Could go to the 80s. Okay. Let's look at for Real Madrid. Real Madrid, of course, is looking from Germany, Hamburg, Germany. So let's look at Fastly, FSLY. Yeah, let's put that up Here we go. There we go. All right. Well, there. Now we've got it. Now we've got it up. Okay, so this is Fastly. The question is, has it made a reversal yet? Well, I would say that it's beginning to make a reversal, but here's the thing about Fastly, and here's part of the reason I'm a little bit leery about trading it. It's still below that very key 200-day moving average, so I'm a little bit I'm a little bit careful when it comes below that. You know, I don't know if it's ready to go yet. It might move up, though. I mean, definitely we've seen ones that have moved like this. Let's take a look at kind of how DocuSign traded, DOCU. Now I'm in DocuSign. I have two positions in it. So I really want to see it confirm above this 200-day line. That's why I'm showing this DocuSign and comparing it with Fastly. We need to kind of see it move through that 200-day line. That's sort of where it seems to get its power. So that's what I would be waiting for here, is to see if we can get it moving. If we can get Fastly moving through the 200-day moving average. So right now, I'm a little bit. I don't know if I would go into Fastly right at this moment. So that's kind of my opinion on it. Opinion about okay. Hey, what is your opinion about NVIDIA? I have saving of $2K. Should I invest in NVIDIA? Well, here's the thing. Let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is probably going to move higher, I think, and that is because I don't know if I would take my entire 2K savings and put it in one stock. I rarely do that, but as you can see, it's moved above this very key $648 level. We're going to be splitting 4-for-1 on June 21st. And typically the way these stocks trade is they trade very, very, very powerfully into that date of record, which is going to be June 21st. So even though it is down a little bit today, it's down $6.28, or about a little bit less than 1%. I do think that it is sort of coalescing here right about the $700 mark. So it right now is a little bit extended. I probably might wait on this one. I'm not sure, but if this thing starts moving up again, that's when I would potentially look at going into it. But I wouldn't go in with any more than $500. I basically, with $2,000, you could probably do one share. I wouldn't risk any more than that, just on a matter of course, because the maximum shares you could buy would be 3 at this point. But for every share that you hold on the 21st of June, you're going to get 4. So if you had 2 shares, for instance, you would end up with 8 shares of NVIDIA. It's a little bit of an expensive stock. That sometimes is the way with the more expensive stocks. They tend to, when they tend to split, it's a good deal. But maybe maybe going in with the entire $2,000 savings, I don't think probably would be prudent at this point. Just my opinion on that. So that's kind of how I look at it. All right, West. What do you think about CPNG? CPNG. I don't know CPNG. CPNG. Let's take a look. And that is a Korean online retailer. I'm looking at the stock and I'm looking at the chart on CPNG. It's Coupang. I think that's what it is. It's in the retail internet group. I don't think you want this stock. It's got a relative strength of 4. That's just about as bad as it gets. It's got a downward trajectory. I think you got to be careful here buying this stock. So I would say no to this one, or just almost out of hand, based on the fact that it's got such a weak relative strength. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the TikTok. Okay, what do you think about ADA? This is a question that we got off of TikTok. So what do you think about ADA? Let's look at ADA. And by the way, if you're watching on TikTok and you want to take a look and see the charts that I'm using, super easy to do. Just go to my profile, click the link, and then scroll all the way down, and you will see the live feed for you will see the live feed for this show. So that's a good thing. Okay. What about Air? Okay, let's look at Airbnb first. A, B, and B. A, B, and B. I think Airbnb is a great concept, but as a stock, I just don't think it's really right for right now. As you can see, we have a downward trending line. It has not broken the trend line. I have a trend line. I have an alert on it. Currently, I would not recommend this one just because it is in a downward trend currently. So I would not be looking at this at this moment. Now, there is a stock that I want to point out to you that is an internet stock that is come out recently that does have a great chart, and that is OLO. And I want to show it to you. OLO. I'm going to be watching this. I'm not currently in this stock. I'm looking for an entry into this one. This is a cloud-based provider of online services for restaurants, and it just seems to be doing very, very well. It's been being acquired at a very heavy level. Now, there are some issues with this one in that it only has a relative strength of 61. I typically like to buy them higher than this, and the buy point is 33.20. Currently, it is trading at 42.77. This is one that, I may be looking at buying this tomorrow. It's breaking some of my rules, but it does have a double bottom, which is an extremely strong chart. And this is one that if you are looking for something on your radar screen, this is one that you might want to take a look at. OLO is the symbol on this one. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend a stock without, having a little bit more juice, a little bit more run in it, because really we kind of missed the first real buy point, which is 33.20, and we're kind of looking for a secondary buy point on this one. This is highly speculative, so I would go in with a relatively light on this one. This is one though you might want to take a look at. OLO is the symbol on that one. Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down today, so let's look at the GBTC and kind of get an idea. I do think that going forward, Bitcoin, at least for right now, is a little bit challenged, only because a lot of the central banks are, sort of making it difficult to trade in Bitcoin. Here is the GBTC. This is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and as you'll notice, I have a reversal line here, and unfortunately, it's fallen below that reversal line. This is a proxy for Bitcoin price. So let's take a look at the actual Bitcoin price and see where it is trading currently as we speak. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get Bitcoin price, BTC price. All right, so see if we can, yeah, okay, so it again has moved lower, and let's see if we can bring that up. There we go. Okay, there we go. This is the Bitcoin price currently. As you can see, it is trending downwards. As I had indicated on my TikTok that I put out earlier today, I do believe that we are going to see Bitcoin, at least for right now. It is in a downward trend. It did make its high of 61,000 to the dollar. Now it's trading at 32. I suspect it's probably, we're going to see if it trades up a little bit here, but I do expect it to fall below 30,000. I don't know if it's going to be in this week or next, but I do think it's going to fall through that and then move down, and then probably will settle probably at about 22,000. That's kind of what I've been seeing for Bitcoin. So right now, what I would do if I held Bitcoin, and I don't hold any Bitcoin currently, I would be selling it and then buying some of the gold shares to lock in some of those profits if I could. So that's what I would be doing if indeed I had Bitcoin. So right now, I think Bitcoin is declining a little bit, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but it just seems to be declining. Let's look at symbol CLNE. Let's see if I can bring that up here. CLNE. Okay, well, I am trying to get my, there we go. CLNE. Oh, and I lost my cursor. Hold on. Still having some bandwidth issues here, so I apologize for that. Let's look at CLNE. There we go. Okay, so now we're up with CLNE. Clean fuels, natural gas. This is interesting. This might have a reversal. It's in a fairly good, relatively good area. But you know what? I wouldn't look at this area. This area is just not as strong as some of the other areas. Some of the other areas out there. One of the areas I think you want to look at, and I'm going to show you the strength, basically, of the different sectors. And I've been doing this. I try to do this, highlight this every day because, it's hard. It's kind of hard to see this, but this is the way you can see it. The way that capital is moving in the market right now is into commodities, at least for right now. And right now, the number one area is consumer retail electronics. But the number two, and this is where I'm looking for deals, is in the oil and gas U.S. exploration. So let's look at the top leaders there. The leaders in the group, and the top stocks in the group are Denbury Resources, Matador. Now, I have Matador. I don't have Denbury. Unfortunately, I was shaken out of Denbury. Bonanza Creek and Southwestern. Let's look at Bonanza Creek. See if there's an entry point here on this one. This is probably where you should be looking for potential buys. Now, this one, unfortunately, is extended, so you can't buy it. But there are other ones that we might be able to buy in this area. So instead of doing clean fuels, which is a great idea, I think really what you got to look at is the ones that are that are setting up and that are right now. Continental Resources, CDEV, seems to be setting up. It's in a buy zone right now. Very inexpensive stock, and one you might want to look at. This one I probably will be. I will be looking at. This one is in a buy zone right now. Continental Resources is in the number 2 group out of 197. It's Continental Resources, and this, of course, is Howard Ham's company, and he's the one that found all that oil up in North Dakota. So this is an interesting company. Excuse me, and one well worth looking at. So if you're looking at the energy area, look at the oils, especially the E&Ps. This is one you might want to look at. CDEV, CDEV, and that is Continental Resources. So one that you might want to look at. Let's look at TEVA and take a look at that one as well. Let's look at TEVA, and that's Teva Fertilisers. This is a good company too. Very good company. This is an Israeli company that makes generic pharmaceuticals, and it's been around for a long time. Very, very well run company. But unfortunately, currently, it needs to reverse higher. So looking at this chart, it's selling at 10.59. It's not in the very best area. It's in the generic drugs medical area. Basically 185 out of 197. This is the sector that it's in. So I would not recommend Teva right now. It's just not a strong enough chart, and it's not in a good enough area. So of those two, I wouldn't recommend either of those. Unfortunately, the one I would recommend is an oil and gas company called Continental Resources, or CDEV. By the way, I just kind of want to put it out there to everybody. I have a very nice trade on Apple. It's a long-term bull call spread. Just kind of wanted to show you that, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But I also want to put up here the address. I'm going to leave the address up on the screen. This is showing on our feed to YouTube. This is how you can take a look at this deck. But what I'm going to show you is a trade that I made today that you might be interested in. And of course, this is available to our this is available to our members that are a part of this special Discord service. So kind of wanted to show you this one. And okay, well, did I get the right one? No. There we go. Hopefully this is right. All right, there we go. So this is a trade that I made today on Apple, and if you look, you'll be taken. If this is the address, so you can actually take a look at it. It's on the screen. Now there we go. Okay, now we got a cursor back. But this is a bull call spread, and it has some very nice characteristics. Basically, we entered the trade right about here at 127. Of course, if it tends to move up, this will pay out a maximum of about 727. Here is basically how the trade works. You buy one August 20th 130 call. I paid this afternoon $4.28 for this. You simultaneously sell the August 20th 140 call. This is the spread. This is a 10 spread for 156 for a total out of pocket of $272. The intercost here is $272 when I did it a few minutes ago, and the maximum return on is 728 on that, basically in August. So this has a good potential and very good break even. Kind of want to show you the chart on it. It seems like Apple is starting to make its move upwards, and if that is the case, then this will pay off very handsomely. But what's nice about this particular trade is that it has a maximum risk of $272, and basically it's a 3-to-1 return if it works out. So if you're interested in a trade like this, just go to this address here, and this will give you the deck. Basically, it'll take you to Venny.com, and we have a paywall there, but we show some of the trades that we have done. By the way, I'm going to be reviewing for our email people today the trade that we made on the trade desk. It worked out very well. We just closed it, and we were able to gain about 90% of the value in 4 days. So, we're able to make about a few $100s. About for 4 contracts, we made about $500 in about 4 days. So I'm going to show you that one as well. But this is definitely something that you might want to take a look at on offline. And here is the address to go directly to that that deck. All right, so without further ado, let's go to the next one. All right. What about CCIV? Is it good for long term? Sounds like you've lost some money. When everybody says long term, they usually mean I've lost money and I'm trying to get even. I'm not saying that, but Churchill Capital, I believe, is sort of a scam. And of course, it's Bill Ackerman again. He goes on CNBC regularly and gives people his pitch. A lot of people like it, but I think it's I don't know. I'm not a fan of Churchill Capital. I'll be honest with you. It's a blank check company. It's a SPAC. It's trading at $26. It was trading at $64. I don't think this is a good long-term investment at all because I have no idea what these guys are investing in. So, I would steer clear of this one. I think this is a Bernie Madoff special, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people are going to look at it and they're gonna buy it, and it's not going to do anything. But maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong many times in the past. So let's look at Expeditors. EXPI is the symbol. This is Expeditors International. Yeah, and this has been a good one. It's starting to make a move upwards. Looks like it may have a reversal. Let's see. I'm just gonna draw to see if we could put a reversal line in there to see if we could draw a line there. Okay, so let's go here. This isn't really a reversal, but it has moved above the 200-day line. So I don't know. Maybe this is reversing. This was a very good stock, but it ran up a lot. The question is, what's going to happen now? It's pretty good. It's in the real estate development area. This is, I guess, the Exit Realty and a number of the other companies here. But I don't know. They've had excellent earnings. It just doesn't seem like I would want to be in this one, just because, again, I'm looking for inflation stocks that will benefit from higher inflation, and those tend to be in the resource areas like the oils. That's where I'm seeing a lot of the opportunities. But this isn't a bad stock, but I think that there's better ones out there that you could get in on. I think if you want to take a flyer on a stock, why not take a look? I have 3 stocks that I'm going to show you here that I just think are really excellent. BSY is one of them. Let me just show you this really quickly. BSY. This is a good chart as well. And this is Bentley Systems. Now, unfortunately, there's no place to buy this one right now, but it has this double bottom of figure, which I so much like. It's just been marching right up. I don't know. I want to get into this one. I think it's excellent. I just want to see it kind of settle a little bit here before it goes higher. But Bentley Systems is one that I really like. I also like CLB. I wanted to show you that one really quickly too. This is on my watch list. This is Core Laboratories, and I don't know why this is doing so well, but it is, and it just is. It's with a cut base, and then the buy point on it is 41.98. Unfortunately, my internet connection is cutting out a little bit, so that's why you're seeing the price the price refreshes coming in and out. So let's go to TikTok and take another question. Thank you very, very much. What do you think about AMC? Well, AMC is incredible. I should have been in it. I should have. I knew it was coming, and I just didn't do it. But let's look at the chart for AMC. And by the way, if you're looking on TikTok, I'm broadcasting on YouTube with all the charts and everything. All you have to do is go to this address, youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor, or just click on the link. Go to the link on my bio, and then scroll down, and that will give you the YouTube feed on this one. And this, of course, is AMC, and it seems to be holding in right at about 55. It's incredible. I don't know if this is going to go any higher, but it does have a tight action. I wouldn't probably try to enter it at this point, but this has just been incredible, this stock. So absolutely incredible. And I really don't know what to say for it. Let's look at two stocks, Roku and NVIDIA. Let's look at Roku first. I love this stock. I just haven't found a good way to buy it yet. Here's the thing about Roku, and I want to show you this. This is reversed, and this could be a very good opportunity. I think Roku is a great stock. I think it has great potential in the near future. Everything in television is going Roku's way, so I see it as being very, very strong. This is the reversal line that I drew. It moved above the reversal line, and then it pulled back, and now it's struggling to get above the reversal line once again. I think that this one is potentially buyable at about this level here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to at about 355. If this thing pulls above, if Roku pulls above about 355, I think that would be a good time to possibly buy that. I have an alert on it, and I do think that Roku is very buyable above about 355. Currently, it's trading at 340, and it's got a lot going for it. Now, there is one issue, of course, it's in the leisure group, movies and related. Not very many other things are doing well in this group, but Roku is. So I really, really like Roku. Now, in terms of NVIDIA, I am in NVIDIA into the split. Now, I do believe it's pulled back a little bit today. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, but it is still extremely strong, as you can see by this chart. I was buying it on the reversal. Let's see if I can get that up. There we go. I was buying it on the reversal line. As you can see, this is that black line that's the kind of diagonally drawn there. And it pulled right above its buy point at 648, and then it pulled above the buy zone. So currently, it's above the buy zone at about 697. Now, the thing about Roku is I do believe that once it moves above 700, and I do think that that's very likely within the next few days, because we are coming very close to the date of record. The date of record for Roku, when it will split 4-for-1, is June 21st. So everybody that has a share before June 21st will get 4 shares after it splits, and it will start trading as a split stock on July 19th. So I do believe we're going to see a run-up, a further run-up. Now, if you'll notice, it is down today, but it had moved up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. So it's not unusual that it would take a little break. As you can see on this run, it ran up. The first time it ran up for 5 days, took a break. to this time it ran up 6 days. It took a break. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I do think that we might see some very nice action on it tomorrow, Samuel. That's my opinion of it based on what I'm looking at the chart. So I don't think Roku is over by any stretch of the imagination. And I think it definitely is probably going to see some more, some more upside. I'm hoping before the 21st. So let's look at space, SPCE. Of course, this is Virgin Galactic, and I have been, it is up today very strongly after hours. The question is it at the buy zone? Well, actually, if you look at this, it is. There is a buy point on Virgin Galactic, and I probably will be considering buying this tomorrow morning because of this, because the buy point on this one is 35.86, 80.82, and then of course it pulled above that, and then now it's coming back. So I do believe if it moves beyond this point, we're likely to see it move much, much higher. I have an alert at here, but I think really the true alert is going to be right at this, right at the top of the buy zone, and that is at about 37.36. It's right there, 37.50. So we're right at the buy point. So this, I do believe that Virgin Galactic at this level is actionable. Now I would only do a half position, and I would set my stop loss extremely tight on this one, or at about 2% down. But I do think that space, Virgin Galactic, is actionable. SPCE, and this does tend to be very, very volatile. So if you do buy this, set your stop loss very, very tight. If I bought at the 30 at this level, it's the 37.50 level, I would be setting my stop loss right at about 36. So I wouldn't potentially take too much downdraft, because this can pull back very hard, but it does look like it's getting ready to make another run, and it has extremely strong relative strength at 89. So this is a good one. I may be going into space. I may be going into space. That's great. Tomorrow. So I'm looking to possibly buy this one as well. Thank you very much for that, Samuel. That's a great suggestion. All right. So what about TEL? It's up 415%. TEL, I've never heard of TEL. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, but TELL. And let's look. See if we can get it to give us a screen here. It's still trying desperately. We're having a little bit of bandwidth. TEL ready gauging the expiration of U.S. oil. Okay, well, I like that. It's in a good area, but it's in the E&P area, so I do like that. That's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, there's some potential here. Let's look at the Telered. Okay. This is going to be a tough one to buy. There is a buy point on it, but it's way down here on a cut basis at 170. So this is almost a penny stock. Very interesting. Very interesting stock. Here's what I would do on this one. I probably wouldn't buy this one. I do like the area, but I probably wouldn't buy this one just because I think that there's better ones in the group. So let's look to see kind of what's the group strength here to see. Okay, Vista. Let's look at Vista Oil. Yeah, this one's also $4, so this is really inexpensive as well. So I would probably be more into the E&P area with the stock I really, really like in that is the company CLB, I believe it. Yeah, CLB. I have it written down here. CLB. See if I could. Yeah. Core Laboratories. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is an oil and gas services company that I think that is probably one that you want to look at as well. It's called CLB. It's Core Laboratories, and this is also in the E&P area. So that's another one that you might want to look at. And of course, the TEL. TEL is a little bit. I mean, it is less than $10. So I typically stay away from stocks that are in that low of a price range, just because they tend to be more volatile. All right, so let's see. Update on margin debt. Very good question. Let's take a look at the margin debt out there. Let's see kind of what is happening. That's a very good point, Kyle. I'm gonna see if I can look in on that. Let's see if I can get, if it'll give me my screen. I'm just having some bandwidth issues again, and you would think I'm in a building supposedly that has really good bandwidth, but it's not the case. we have issues, and I'm frozen on the screen. But there we go. Okay, so let's see if we can get some feedback here for that. Let's see if I can do that. And it's going to take me a second to bring this up. So while we are waiting, just wanted to show you, if you want to get on our Action Trade Alerts list, and this is super easy to do. And basically, this is the list which that we use for our Action Trade Alerts, and we do send them out. Basically, I try to send one out usually 2 or 3 a week, or sometimes, and they have they have things that of interest, and sometimes stocks to trade. Now, hopefully, I'm going to get this up here. Hold on. Look at that. Hopefully, there we go. And now we're gonna hone in, hopefully, on the on some of the on some of the margin debt areas. So let's look at margin debt. And I'm sorry it's taken so long to bring this chart up. It's just my machine is slow. So here we go. So basically, where it is currently is we have peaked. We peaked with margin debt. It is coming down. That's a good sign, because typically margin debt at 61%, 55% is a key level. Anytime you have more than 55, that is sort of flagging a market top. So the margin debt is coming down, which is good. But this is still an indicator that we may still be at a market top. Now, here's the problem with totally using this indicator at the present time. We've had so much liquidity injected into the market that it's a little bit skewed. But the fact of the matter is, margin debt is coming down, which is good. Typically, when we get into these situations, at the very tops of the market, we're going to see the topping of the margin debt. So it's very good that you brought that up. We are currently on the margin debt. We're at 61.46, which is above the 55% margin debt, which is usually indicates a top in the market. So hopefully we're not at the top of the market. We will see. We will see. But that's a very good indicator of the way the debt. The margin debt is a very good indicator of market topping. Today, people realize as well that Fastly had great customers, huge names such as Twitch, Amazon, and even the British Pound. Yeah, absolutely. No, Fastly is a great company. It's just right now it's pulling back. So it is a good company. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so let's look at AVXL and see if I can bring up that right now. Okay, well, let's hopefully get this up. Right. There we go. And we should be coming up with AVXL. All right. And this is a life science company based in New York with an Alzheimer's treatment. These are tough because these have no earnings and no sales. So these are highly speculative, but the relative strength is 98. It's looking good. It's up 166. It's looking fairly strong. It's up 12% today. I don't know quite what the news is on this, but it is. I think it is in sympathy to the Eli Lilly, to Eli Lilly, because Eli Lilly was up today. So let's look at Eli Lilly. I think it's ELI. No, EL. for Eli Lilly. I think that's it. No, that's Estee Lauder. I'm sorry, EIL. I think it is EIL, and that's the Eli Lilly. And that popped yesterday. Well, why am I not finding that? That popped yesterday. So all of the Alzheimer's drugs are probably going to move higher as of that because of that. So SAVA, let's see what that is. I really can't give you an idea on that one. I think the one to be in instead of is Eli Lilly. I think that is the one to be in. I'm currently not trading it, and so I'm not as up on it as I should be. This is another biotech. Biotechs are very hard to trade because they typically are very binary. They either have a tremendous amount of they got an approval or something like that, or they are in research mode. Currently, this is in research mode. It's losing money, and it has no sales. So tough one to buy. Currently, it's trading at 86.90. Very speculative, of course, on this one. I would just be a little bit careful with this one. In the biosciences, I don't like to trade the individual issues. What I like to do is I like to trade the ETF because it gives us a little bit better a little bit better downside risk in that. So the one I like to trade is the BIB, and this is the ProShares Ultra Nasdaq Biotechs. The advantage of trading this one as opposed to the individual biotechs is that you have a portfolio effect. There are just so many biotech companies, and they're so binary in their in the way that they trade. So this is one that I believe gives you a little bit better protection here. Now this is buyable right now. If you're interested in the biotech area, this is buyable. This has reversed. I just want to show you this reversal line because this is significant. And I'm going to draw the reversal line here. We do have a definite reversal on this one. So my guess is that this is probably going to be trading higher. This one, this is the reversal line that I've drawn. Now, here's how I do it. The top, the intermediate high point, and then straight down. And this is pulled above the this has reversed, and it does look like it is changing direction. And as you can see, there's an Easter egg here. This means that there's abnormally high volume since the last earnings report. So it does look like if you want to be in the bio area, I do recommend the BIB as opposed to the individual issues, because this contains a weighted average of all the biotechs, so that basically you're going to get the winners, but you're not going to be stuck with a very binary event. That's the problem with many of this area. They're very binary. They're either making money or they're not making anything. So this is a good way to go in the bio area, in the bio area. So let's look at the next question. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too as well. We're supposed to buy NVIDIA now, or here's the thing about NVIDIA. I do believe that you can buy it up until the date of record. I really do. I really think that we're in an upward trend here. It has pulled back a little bit today. It's been up basically in the last week. Last week it was up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. It rested on the 8th day, it went down a little bit, and then it started its run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's rested on the 7th day. So this is in the last 15 days. This has been up 13 of the last 15 days. So do I think that this is changing direction? No, I think it's going to continue to go up. So I do think that now is still, we are a little bit extended. I would like to have bought, I was buying essentially below this green box, this blue box here, right at this level, up to about 680, because that's the top of the buy zone. But you can still buy it here. This might not be a bad time to get into it. If you go into it now, don't go in with full position, go in with a half position, and set your stop loss very tight. I would set the stop loss at about 680 if I went in right now on this. But I do think that we're going to see this thing move higher before the date of record. And of course, the date of record is the 21st of June. So anybody that's of record by the 21st of June will get 4 shares on the um, the 19th of July. So that's kind of a good thing. All right, margin debt. We did space. Let's look at some others. Oh, or by the date of record. Okay, then we had that question. Oh, okay. This is very interesting, Doug. MRL. Yeah, this has been tremendous. This stock. Let me see if I can bring it up. All right, and I definitely have. This has been tremendous. MNRL. Let's bring that up. Yeah, Brigham Minerals. Okay, this is it. This is another good one. Another really good area. Again, these commodity stocks are doing well. The oil and gas, the mining stocks. These are good. These are very good. This is a royalty trust. This is oil and gas exploration, but really it's a royalty trust. Very good area as well. It's a little extended. Unfortunately, right now, technically, this is not technically a great place to buy it, but you see that by that Easter egg, we had abnormally high volume, buying volume here. So this is looking very good. I probably, technically, I probably wouldn't want to buy it above about 17, and it's at 20. But this is a good stock, and I think that if it pulls back to the 10-day line, it might give us an opportunity to get in it. Right now, it's just a little extended, but this is an excellent stock, and I think that's a that's a great suggestion. Absolutely great suggestion. All right, so let's see. Chewy. Now Chewy did pretty well actually. CHEWY. Chewy. I remember years ago a stock called Pets.com. I don't know if you remember it. It was when I was in the Bay Area. There was a company that basically was in the building right next to ours in Redwood City, called Pets.com, and it was an online pet store. And it was spectacular in that they raised all kinds of money, and then they spent it all on one ad on the Super Bowl, and then they promptly went bankrupt. So not, but it was very memorable. A company called Pets.com. Chewy.com is much better than this. It's a much better operation. Still having a little trouble bringing up my charts. So I'm going to show you what we've got. If you want to take a look at our special Discord offering, we did have very nice gain on a special trade that we had for our Discord members for the trade group TTD. It returned very nicely. It turned about 80 or 90, I guess about 95% in basically in about 5 days. I personally went in with 4 contracts, and it was about a little over a $500 gain. And I did close it early, but very, very good. If you want to kind of take a look and see, we have a trade up there today on Apple. It's outside of the paywall, so you can actually take a look at it. You need to go to Vinny, www.vinny, VHINNY.com/U, and then a Dallas trading floor. So hopefully we can get. For some reason, my screen is locked once again. So let me see if I can get a. Let's see if I can get a some charts up here again. I'm going to try to relaunch these charts and see if that will help. So hopefully it's gonna. Jeez. Okay. Again, I'm so sorry about this. I'm trying to get. No, it does not seem to. Let's see if I can go back in. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So that's our option on Vinny. So let's see if we can let's see if we can put Chewy back up. Okay, there's Chewy. Okay, so now let's see if we can analyze Chewy. That would be great, because just definitely issues with the bandwidth. Hopefully we'll be able to get that sorted out. So Chewy looks like it is also possibly reversing. I'm going to draw a reversal line here. I already have. I'm going to reactivate that, And basically, that's the line here. So it definitely has reversed. It looks like it's moving above the 200-day line, which is at about 80. Can we buy it here? Well, this would be potentially an early buy on it. I'm not as psyched on it just because of the way it reversed. It didn't reverse with power, and so I think there's other ones that you can look at that are probably gonna probably reverse with more power. Let's look at Palantir, PLTR. This one's been struggling as of late. It's a great company. And it definitely has reversed. It's moved past this reversal line, and it is moving higher. Today, it's off a little bit at 24.35. The question is, can it be bought? Well, it seems to be moving right up the 10-day line. So, I wouldn't be opposed to buying it, because if you can see, I think it has actually reversed. Now, do I want to be in this area? Probably not, because this area just is not seeing as much love from the big funds as the other areas. This computer software enterprise area is 178 out of 197. So unless it's a stellar company in this area, I'm probably going to pass on it for now, only because I'm seeing the market move in a different way. It's moving. It's basically moving into other areas of the market, and this is kind of what I want to show you here again on the list. The number one is consumer electronics. Number two, of course, is the oil and gas that I've been talking about. But the number 5 here, Oil and Gas Royalty Trust. We kind of want to look to see what was the industry rank 6 months ago, and as you can see, it's changed markedly. 6 months ago, the Oil and Gas Royalty Trust was 162 out of 197, and today it's number 5. So this is the most improved right here. Also, we have money coming into the steel producers, believe it or not, and the oil and gas drilling. Let's take a look at some of the steel producers just for fun to see. It's absolutely amazing. I never thought I would be looking at steel producers, but I think the one that we want to look at is called Steel Dynamics, and it's doing quite well. It's essentially almost, I believe, at a buy point. Let's see if it is. Now we have to look back at the daily chart here. Yeah, 66.27 is a key level. It's at 66.86, so I do believe it's starting to pull above this. So this is an area that you might want to look at right now, because we're going to see a lot of inflation, and steel seems to be doing quite well as we speak. All right. Okay. Debit spread, 20% in return. May hold down some thoughts. Okay. I'll get back to you on this one, Mark. I could do some analysis, but I kind of want to get through some more of the stocks here on TikTok. Thank you very much for that question. I do appreciate it. I remember you said that BTC will go between 35 and then stop, go nuts up. I don't think I said that. I think that I see that on Bitcoin. I think I see support at about 30,000. If it drops below that, I think the next stop down is about 22,000. Okay, what about the IC coin? Okay, well, the cryptos are getting hit right now very hard. I think you want to be a little bit careful. I think you want to be a little bit careful right now with the cryptos, just because of the way that they're trading. Let's look at General Electric. General Electric, it was looking like it possibly has reversed and was getting into an area that it possibly could be bought. So I'm gonna pull up GE right now. The thing about GE, it's currently trading after us at 1390. There is a resistance on it at 1441. And it does has shown that it sort of has some resistance there. Here's what I would do with GE if you wanted to get into it. I still don't like the fact that these diversified companies are not doing as well. I want to see it move beyond 1441. So I wouldn't buy this. I would only buy this if it moved above 1451. That's the only place I'd buy it. I probably wouldn't buy this one. Probably watch list this one right now, just because of the way it is trading. Okay, let's look at this. WEN. That's interesting. WEN. And that's Wendy's. Oh, hey, cool. This is Thank you for bringing this up. Wendy's, everybody likes Wendy's. I certainly do. I've been there too many times. As you take one look at me, you'll know that I'm a friend of Wendy's. Um, Boy, this has just been going to the moon. Look at that. It's got a Easter egg. It looks like we had a short squeeze. Let's take a look to see what if there is a short squeeze on this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put up my handy dandy calculator. So hopefully it's going to show here. Oh goodness, there we go. I think it's gonna show here. So let me see if I can bring up the calculator here. Let's see if we can do that and make that work. There we go. Okay, so we're going to check this for short squeeze. We're going to go first of all to the weekly chart. And then we're going to take a look. We're going to see, okay, how many days of short interest is there? There's 3.1 days of short interest. Now we're going to multiply that times the average daily volume, which is 2,694,300 shares. That's what it trades on a daily basis. So the average, the amount of stock, the amount of shares held short is 8,352,330. We divide that by the entire float, which is 179,300,000. There we go. Yep, there we go. So what do we get? Well, we only get 5%. So I wouldn't say that this is in a situation where it is potentially having a short squeeze. Now the question is, why is it trading so well? Well, look at that. Look at the amount. It just came through earnings. It's their sales are up 14%, but their profits are up 122%. That's terrific. The relative strength is improving at 33. I'd like to see it better, but still pretty good. And it looks as if the group retail restaurants, 61 out of 197. So this is an improving group. So this is interesting. I don't know if I would buy it at this level. It looks as I want to see if it consolidates, but this is looking very, very good. It looks like it may go up even more. So tomorrow, if this opens above 30, wow, I think you might want to jump on it. But remember, if you do, put those stop losses in because it can snap back and really hurt you. But that's looking very good. That's a good chart on Wendy's. So very, very good. Okay. All right, so let's how do you join a Discord group? Thank you very much. It's easy to join the Discord group. All you have to do, and I'm just going to put it up here on the screen, is just go to Dallas Trading Floor, the Discord room. It's at www.vinny.com/u/Dallas Trading Floor. So that is the address for the Discord room. So thank you very much for that question. All right, well, we have time for about 2 more questions. So I'm going to try to get one that I haven't seen. Hi, Jim. Thank you very much for this. Ricky, Tesla saw early bump today and came back down. What's going on, in your opinion? Well, I think what's going on is we still have that overhead supply. I wish that Tesla would move more than that, but it just there's a lot of overhead supply. And I kind of want to show you this because this is kind of, you think, gosh, it's a great company. What's going on? Well, if you look at it, what's happened is with Tesla is that we have this trend line. I'm going to draw the trend line in here. So we haven't yet reversed fully higher, as you can see. See the top was 969, and then the intermediate top was at 780. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the alert on that line, and that is the line of reversal. That means that when it moves above that line, that means it's probably going to confirm upward. Unfortunately, it has not done that. It is still moving downward, and it is having trouble moving past that. So what happened? Well, what happened was when it turned down, and it turned down right about at 780, it turned down right here, a lot of these people bought, but they never sold, see? And so what happens is it went down, and then it came right back up, and then the minute it hit that reversal line, boom, they all sold, so it pushed it down. So until this overhead supply can get taken care of, it's probably going to trade lower. And I hate to tell you this because I love this stock. This is absolutely my best stock last year. but right now it's hovering on the 200-day line. So it just isn't confirmed. It needs to go higher. I believe it isn't really viable. Tesla isn't really viable in the short term until it moves above about 680, and that's right about here. So, oops, I didn't show you that. I wasn't showing the chart. I don't think it's going to take care of this overhead supply until it moves about 680, and that's right about here. So that's sort of what's going on. We have a lot of overhead supply on Tesla, and it's a shame because I think it's going to take a long time for it to clear out. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be back this year. I really hope so. Well, I think I have time for one more question. Okay, here we go. Great. Can you talk about APXT? I don't know APXT, but let's look at it. APXT. There we go. Apex Technology. Okay, it's a blank check company. You know, I think you got to be really, really careful with these blank check companies because basically, people on Wall Street, they say, come invest in my blank check company. Well, it's just a bank account, and it may or may not be successful. So I would be very, very, very careful. As you can see, it's in a downward trend. I would steer clear of this. All blank check companies, I think you just really have to steer clear of them. There's just a lot better places to put your money than in a blank check company. So, but I thank you for asking the question. Well, I have wasted a whole hour of your time, but I will be back tomorrow. In the meantime, if you want to get on our free action trade alerts, super easy to do. Just go to www.sinfox.com/Dallas Trading Floor. And this is the free action trade alerts. We do have the Discord room. That is a pay service. Well worth it because many of our people that have been in there have made, trades, and I'm going to show one tonight on the trade desk that made a trade and that basically made back all their money and then some, for a whole year, actually for almost 2 years of membership in one trade. So that's pretty good. But if you want to get on the free action trade alerts, it's www.sinfox.com. If you want to take a look at the Discord room, super easy to do. www.vinny.com/u, this little u, /Dallas Trading Floor. And by the way, if you go to the vinny.com, that is a paywall, but we do have some trades out there that we're making that you can take a look at. So you don't have to necessarily be a full Discord member to see some of the trades, but they're available there, so you get an idea of that. So I will be back tomorrow at 2:30. Thanks again for everybody. Hope everyone is doing well, and I hope I think we're starting to see a little bit of a turn in the market. I'm kind of feeling it on my positions are up for the most part. So I think that we're starting to see a nice turn, and hopefully this summer is going to be a very, very good summer. So until tomorrow at 2:30, have